table on 15 minutes. January Omongo, Peter Mayos, report on table 5. Cafe Fort, confirm your presence, please. Cafe. Cafe Fort, confirm your presence.
This was our Kasati.
All right. A very good afternoon, dear viewers of the Polar Station of Uganda YouTube streaming platform. Welcome back to another of the exciting matches, this time in the ladies category. 3-4 years ago, this match could only have come as probably a semi-final, a quarter-final, a final, because of the fact that both of these players were two of the top-ranked players in the country. However, in the last 2 years, the slump in form of Victoria Namuyanja, who is one of Uganda's legendary female shooters, also one of the faces of Ugandan female as well as African pool, has not been winning as consistent as she used to the effect that she's dropping out of the top 5 and top 8 ladies of the Polar Station of Uganda, being drawn at random and having to take on Uganda's second-ranked player Rukia Naiga only in the round of last 32. Welcome to the Grand Open Championship of the Polar Station of Uganda, 4th edition here at Grafton Gardens in the Midwestern District of Fort Portal. Rukia Naiga and Victoria Namuyanja are currently drawing 0-0 in a rest of 4 in exactly 35 minutes, of which 4 have already been used. And the winner qualifies for the round of last 16. This is frame number 1 between two friends, two players who have been part and parcel of each other on the pool table and in real life. But for the next 30 minutes, big rivals, because the loser of this match will be having a very painful journey back to the city of Kampala after leaving Fort Portal empty-handed. The young lady that is queuing right now is the 23-year-old Naiga Rukia, player with Mukono Pool Club, the team that are leading the Ladies League. Her opponent is Victoria Namuyanja, way into her mid-30s, a player now with Bob Marley Pool Club, also in the Ugandan Pool League, one of the players that have done this and that on and off the table for the last 15 years on the pool tables of East Africa and Africa, and still going strong. They are once again racing to 4 to present you this action in audio. My name is Simon Peter Chobe. Live commentary resuming shortly. Now Vicky, as she's nicknamed, coming out of the short form of her name, that is Victoria. The player that is playing the Reds is pretty much having firm control. The player on the yellows is a little bit out of sorts. And that is why she's seemingly playing the more distant ball of the three yellows she's having on the table. She may not want to pot, which is what she does. Rukia, who is playing the Reds, will be mostly worried about the red that is right in front of the two yellows, which are near the top end of the table. And of course, Rukia's story on the pool tables on the competitive scene has Vicky's name written all over it. There was 2016 early in there, when Rukia was a very small girl at the age of 15, training around the areas of Natete Ndeba in Kampala. When Vicky was traveling around playing some training action, did see this young girl, and Vicky then, who was a player with Samana Pool Club in the Ugandan Pool League, did go back to her boss, who is called Salongo Samana. Probably you know him if you've been following Ugandan Pool, telling him about this young girl, recommending to Salongo that Rukia needed to join Samana Pool Club because she'll have a very big contribution to add to the team. Indeed, Vicky's plea was heard. However, the whole of the year 2016, Rukia was not playing. She was only an unused substitute for most of the matches for Samana Pool Club because they had more experienced players like Jacinta Kajiwi, like Vicky herself, like Rita Nemasima. And remember that then there were only 3 starters in the league. However, right at the end of there was a tournament. As Rukia, by the way, puts black prematurely for Vicky to lead. At the end of the year, there was a tournament of the Polar Station of Uganda that was called the Christmas Cup Championship. Rukia participated in a tournament of the association for the very first time. That tournament, she surprised everybody, including herself, when she qualified for the final, playing against Aisha Madondo and winning that race to 5 final by 5 frames to 1. She became the youngest player up to date female category to win a tournament of the Polar Station of Uganda. She was only turning 16. Since then, she has never looked back. Of course, the following year she was signed up by CKI Pool Club, for whom she played for the whole of 3 years, winning 2 league titles. She also played with Kampala Central Pool Club right before COVID, the time when she was also named in the Uganda national pool team for the very first time. Since then, after COVID, she has had a second season running from a contract of 3 years with which she signed with Mokono Pool Club, the defending champions of the Ladies Pool League. She has also won a number of tournaments under the Pool Association of Uganda, including the 2018 National Open Championship, 2018 End of Year Championship, and of course the I want to beg your pardon, she won the national championship in 2023, not 18, and at the end of the year 2023 she also won the end of the year championship, which she defended successfully in 2024. Those are the 4 tournaments of the Polar Station of Uganda that she has won as in her singles participation. She also has 2 international events, the East and Southern African Pool Championships Ladies category, 2021 in Lusaka, Zambia. She defeated South Africa's Nicola Rosu and Uganda's Rita Nemasima in the semis and finals respectively to win that comp. She was also able to win the African Championships later that year in the same country in the year 2022. She's former pool player of the year as voted by the Uganda Sports Association, and former Ugandan player female category ranked number 1. Vicky herself has been ranked number 1 3 times before. She's a proud winner of 5 league titles with 5 different clubs, including Hot Pool, Samona, Mambule, and twice with CKI. Also twice with Hot Pool. By the way, she has 6 league titles, only 1 behind Rita, who is the record league champion. She has also won the Pool Queen Championships thrice, 2014 as well as 16 and 17. She's a former winner of the Kampala Open Pool Championship the Christmas Cup Championship, Independence Cup Championship, as well as the Kampala Open. She did win. She lost out in a final against Rita. Nemsima, other tournaments of the Police Station of Uganda, she has won at least once, some of them more than once. She reached the final of the All Africa Pool Championships in 2019 in South Africa, losing out to the great South African lady Nicola Rousseau. She is now signed with Bob Marley Pool Club in the Ladies Pool League. These ladies are shooting out only to 4. As Rashida gets herself probably partially snookered, I'm not so sure she can see the yellow in full. She can, but it has to be a very sharp cut of that same yellow to the center pocket on the left. From this camera angle, that center pocket on the right. This camera angle gives you an angle in which you can see clearly how much of the yellow she's seeing. It's a little bit risky. She could even play off the red. If she does, it is a foul, and she's 1 frame down, and the clock is ticking. If she loses the match, she proceeds home. Vicky proceeds to the round of last 16. The time she's consuming is her own time. That was one of the better shots in this match so far. She could foul. No, she will be lucky this time round. She has slight sight of the black. She actually has full sight of the black. And it is realistically portable maybe to the center pocket on the right. But it's not a shot that can come easy whatsoever. Maybe she wanted to play it off the red. It was always going to be very difficult. Probably she simply wanted to play safety shot. This should be advantage Vicky. Vicky has very powerful game reading to the effect that as long as she has a chance to play, it is a chance to win.
Okay, then we have Shakib and Cesar Chandika on table 1.
Has something to say? He has one. He wants to share his victory.
What I'm telling everyone in Uganda and the world over, the Masters is coming to Ntinda. Don't do any AKS0. Come on, man!
If you don't win the tournament, I will crop out this voice and share it again. The guy has won in a penalty shootout. He's all over the moon. It is always very joyous winning any match. He says he's very sure that he will win the Masters, which is a tournament of players who are aged over 40. So he has won only one match, and it has been only a penalty shootout. He doesn't even know the opponent, meaning the opponent was weak. Once again, 1-0. Rukia leading against Vicky. A match that Rukia had the chance to win the frame number 1, potting black prematurely, having chance to win frame number 2, failing to pot black, and there's a seeming likelihood that Vicky could win this frame, and if she does, she'll be going 2 frames up, and by then it will be less than 20 minutes to go, and it will be Vicky, in my opinion, being favorite to win this match. If Rukia does lose this match, she will be the first major victim of this championship, men and ladies categories combined.
We can all agree that this gentleman is not Shakib. Therefore, he is also disqualified from the tournament, and Cesar Chandika goes through. We play by the rules. You go and talk to whoever you give the money. You are not Shakib. You are not Shakib. You are not Shakib. You are not Shakib. I was expecting Kingo to come on this table and play this game, and he has not. They have that. So the game is done.
It is 1-1. That silence was a little bit of an altercation at the arena that is ongoing. Out of a player that has been accused of impersonation coming to play in the name of another. The name is Shakib Tumusime, whom I know, and the gentleman who is on the table is not a gentleman I know. There is no reason as why he can argue with video evidence. Back to our match. 1-1 between Victoria Namuyanja and Rukia Naiga. I can see the clock ticking at 17 minutes to go. So many times, by the way, that these ladies have been facing off against each other. And I have to say that for the last 3 years, it has been a lion's share of the victories for Rukia. She has always been beating the player that groomed her, the player that nurtured her into the woman on the table that she is of late. At one time when Victoria was being interviewed on live television, she was asked who her favorite player is. I remember she said of all her opponents, her favorite player is Rita. Then when she was asked who her bitterest rival is, she said my bitterest rival is Rukia, not because I hate her, but it's because it is a person I introduced to the competitive sport, and yet she beats me every time that I meet her on the table.
All right. Other games are ongoing, please. Let's give other players. Other games are ongoing.
That is a foul by Rukia at the very wrong end of the match. This tournament is quite rude and cruel to its players because it is a very short race to 4, and in the amount of time as little as 35 minutes. Some of these players, when the clock is ticking, they really cannot do so much because they are playing under a lot of pressure. Thank you for watching. Robert Namuyanja. Waluke Japol is asking if this is a PAU tournament. The answer is yes. Dennis, thank you for the question. The answer is yes. Next time we shall be back to the usual self. Actually, next week. This is the situation where we are at. Vicky needing to have a sharp cut of that one red ball she's left with. Whether or not she can cut, whether or not she maintains white ball for black is something different altogether. She misses the ball. It's one of those situations where you must at least pot first. At least if you don't pot, leave the ball packed at the pocket. Don't waste a shot when you have a chance, when the match is in a situation as critical as it is. And go again. Still in this situation, advantage to the player that is having the more balls on the table. How they've been so close as friends in real life, how they've turned into big rivals on the table. Not a very happy person she is, Vicky, that this young girl she groomed has become her biggest confrontation, her biggest nemesis on the pool table.
For center table and table 2.
She is seemingly wanting a free shot, Rukia, before she can decide to go for the frame. Vicky again trying to find the red, probably trying to put it to the center pocket. Quite unlikely, but realistically possible. She again misses it. It gives Rukia such a thin white. And Rukia deciding now to open up the ball that is dead, the one that is frozen against the cushion. She plays it towards the corner pocket, but not close enough to the corner pocket. By the way, the chances she's having to play Rukia, she's not utilizing them exactly well. With this camera angle, you can see that it's not all that easy for Vicky to play combination shots, try and put both red and yellow to the same pocket. Maybe it is the shot she's trying out. However, there is some space between the yellow and the jaw of that corner pocket. Is she utilizing it? No. Not only doesn't she utilize it, she ends up fouling.
Up next on center table is Namuyanja, John Semogere. Up next on center table. Up next on table 1 is Ibla Sejen.
This one should be Rukia in attack mode. A very important frame, this one, because when you win it, you know that with it you will go into the last frame with less than 10 minutes to go, and you can only lose one more frame. Maybe you can only lose on penalties. And no better way to play the white ball than that. She could decide to use the white ball, open up the black, maybe draw the white ball backwards, put both yellow and black to the same corner pocket. From this camera angle, you can see that is the most realistic shot. The black is now as easy to put as the word is itself. It is a Super League table, very welcoming of balls, most especially for attack-minded players. Rukia puts the black and leads for the very first time in this match, 2-1 with just under 9 minutes to go.
Table 2, Waswa, Kasivante, Ezekiel, Chinyangwa. Table 3, Rukoma.
And the gentleman walking past your screen was the chairman of the Polar Station of Uganda. That's Bob Trubish. This is very good breaking from Rukia. A very good split of the balls. I would fancy her going for the yellows. Whether or not she has a yellow to put right now, I can't really tell. That is why she's taking all the time to think through, because probably the yellows could be better, but she cannot easily put a yellow. It is a reason as why she could go for the reds, even against her own will. Yes, she does. Close the table. Not really. White ball is sunk. In black ball rules, that leaves an open table and with a free shot for the incoming player. Remember, a free shot also does not close the table. It simply leaves an open table. The table remains open. Clearly, Vicky now wants the reds. Her best chance is to finish this frame, equalize by reverse dish. Good queuing. She has support and shouldn't allow herself to get snookered. If she puts carelessly, she could get snookered. She needs sight of the last red, the one closest to the bottom of your screen. As if she's playing top spin. That was reckless. It was always going to be very difficult to prevent herself from getting snookered playing top spin, because when white ball follows the red, it was always going to be more difficult controlling it. Rukia doesn't believe her luck. Vicky could be losing this frame. If she loses it, that will be it for her and her participation in this competition. Rukia was playing snooker. That was quite unsuccessful. I'm not so sure it was the right option of a shot. Vicky could recover here. She's not very strange to recoveries, not really. And the white ball is given away almost cheaply to Rukia.
5 minutes, 30 seconds.
And when Ugandan ladies are taking on each other in tournaments of this magnitude, I like to say that these are very big matches, because you are listening to someone that has been able to watch some pool, especially online. I want to believe that Ugandan players are some of the very best ladies category. There is not just in the region or the continent, but also the world. And these two are among them. Safety again by Rukia, limiting Vicky to quite a thin white, almost frozen against the cushion. She still can make something count out of this one, by the way. I think the corner pocket from this camera angle, which is on the top left, is most likely. Goes for top right and misses it. Could she put to the center pocket? Not really. It has been a frame in which Rukia has been having the more balls than her opponent on the table, but a frame that has been controlled by Rukia almost all through. Probably she may have a chance now to take down Vicky once and for all. Just over 4 minutes to go. After this, we shall be having another match in either men's or ladies category, 1 or 2. Then I take some water, and then return again back in the commentary booth.
Umpires, Mande Charles, table 4.
The disadvantage of not being seated among the top, you can get to face any of the top seeded players at any round in the tournament, including first round or any other. The top 4 ladies can only meet against each other in the semi-finals. The top 8 men can only meet against each other in the quarterfinals. For the rest of the players, they are drawn randomly. And if you are to tell me that Vicky was to be ranked close to 10th, if you had to tell that to me 5 years ago, I would never ever believe you. But that is the situation she's having. White ball is so close to Rukia's yellow. From this angle, we can see she has some groove in which try and put it to the corner pocket where she's standing, maybe play safety. Just having the white ball slide off the yellow, hiding the white ball right behind the same yellow. She's actually going for a pot. She's going for a kill. It's not as easy.
And string games on table 2. Table
There we are.
Table 4. And
She's drawn the white ball so backwards, a big distance. Drawing back. Maybe she has sight. She has the passage of that yellow to the center pocket. Let's try out another camera angle. Not as clear. This one is better. I think she realizes yellow is possible. Yes, she puts. She has too much skill, this young woman.
meanwhile, Rukia
She made it seem effortless. And yet the existence of Vicky's red made the angle look even narrower. However, Rukia will have chance to take Vicky down as long as she can put that black ball diagonal into the corner pocket on the top left. There she aims and shoots and puts. Vicky concedes the match because she knows she did not have enough time with 1.5 minutes to go to win 2 frames. Of course, you can't blame her. Final score, Rukia 3 and Vicky 1. Factoring in the frame that Vicky conceded before the elapse of time, Rukia wins 4-1.
Ezekiel Chinyangwa, table 2.